Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. Let's keep going with our analysis. If you remember, in our weekly report, we have to come to conclusion that overall technical background stands bearish on the euro currency. But as you know, on Friday it was strong intraday upside momentum due to the poor PMI numbers, and we have decided before taking any position to watch what will happen with this momentum. So to be sure whether taking the short position, we need to see that this momentum is housing and it's relatively safe for position taking. Speaking on the daily chart, here we do not have something new. Actually, as I said, as we already have discussed, why this performance is not really bullish, and now we could even take a look at what we see right there, which is also hardly could be called as a bullish performance, just because usually when the market turns up, it turns up not in this manner. So this mostly looks like the consolidation before downward continuation. Yes, formally high wave pattern has not been broken yet in any direction, but this type of action, well, doesn't look bullish in general. And also have here this bearish divergence. By taking a look at other markets, for example, on the gold market, yes, there was relatively strong downside action, which is also indirectly suggests that it's probably euro currency, something should happen in the same manner. On the 10-year bonds, we see that retracement stands to the upside, yields are rising, which is also not supportive for the euro upside performance. And as we have shared in the Telegram today, Bill Gross, so probably you know this is a king of the bonds, who has become one of the founder of the PIMCO company. He said that United States treasuries right now overvalued, so he do not consider taking the positions by far, and this is indirectly suggests that yields should rise. So that's also, although he hasn't talked about the timing of this process, but with this suggestion, it's empirical science that the dollar should get some support from the yields, which is also not positive for the euro currency in the moment. On the 4-hour time frame chart in euro currency, this is actually the single pattern that we could consider. We already talked about this. This is the only clear pattern that we have. This is bearish hand and shoulders, suggesting some kind of the A, B, C, top, D downside action. And here we also have some bearish signs. We mostly already mentioned it already. So that was the double repo, but the double repo performance was very tricky and short term. So market hasn't got a real reversal of this pattern. This market barely has reached the minimum requirement targets and immediately collapsed. This also shows some signs of the weakness. Why market stands so stable? So there's two more possible reasons. First is it's just too busy with the ETF improvement that by the CNBC should happen tomorrow. We also put this information in the Telegram. Or market's just waiting for inflation report that we should get on Thursday. So that's probably might be the reason. But in the current situation, we can't consider taking any new longs just because on the daily chart we have bearish context. Those of you who would like to take the short position, depending on your time frame trading, if you trade on the daily chart, market right now stands in general in a good place for position taking. It is somewhere in the upper part of the shoulder. Your stop should be somewhere above this area. Maybe you could plot the fib levels, choose some confidence maybe somewhere in this area and hide the stop below it. So for the taking position on the daily chart and in general with this head and shoulders, this situation is probably ready to, well, maybe take some part of your position and see what will happen next. For those of you who would like still to catch the precise reversal point, On the hourly chart, this is the thing that you need to keep an eye on. Well, here is actually difficult to call this shape as a hand and shoulders, but with some imagination we could try to find the harmony. So you could see this left shoulder hand with this spike down. Now market is forming some kind of the right shoulder. And take a look, if we will get this kind of the ABCD pattern down, we potentially could get catalyst triple to buy, and maybe if this head and shoulders will work, in this case we could get some kind of the ABC bottom D pattern that potentially maybe will give you a bit better entry points if all the stuff will work. So as you understand, chances for that are not really significant, and that's why if you would like to possess yourself on the short side, in the current circumstances, I prefer to consider gradual entry. So step by step. So for example, take some part here. If market will show this upward direction, you would add the bulk of your position at a bit better level. Because in general, all these tricks is mostly tactical for intraday time and intraday trading. In general, 4-hour time frame pattern is ready. So that might be with a high degree of the chances based on the performance. We see great thrust. We have an ability of the market to show more or less significant retracement. This looks bearish, and with the great chance of the probability, this might be already the top of the shoulder. If you're traded in general with this pattern, maybe this is not bad thing to consider, at least taking on the part of your position here. Besides, if I'll take a look once again on the dollar index, you can see here the same pattern is forming. Unfortunately, I do not have intraday charts for the dollar index, but here you also easily could recognize this head and shoulders pattern, similar that we have on a follow time frame chart of the euro. The trend also stands bullish here, so from that standpoint, they're very similar, and it makes sense to consider it because it's a really nicely looking pattern. Actually, this is the only pattern that we have currently. It's more or less recognizable. So that's actually, in 2 words speaking, what we have on the euro currency. Let's keep watching, but it seems that major performance should happen in the moment of the CPI numbers release. So we will see.